Good morning, Taiwan, and thank you for joining us here. I am Louisa Lee, here to bring you the most up-to-date news around the world. 早安，你好，欢迎收看 Louisa 报报，每天给你最新最有趣的新闻。First, in Shanghai, around 270 passengers have been injured after one subway train rear-ended another in downtown Shanghai yesterday afternoon, leaving 20 critically wounded. The authorities are blaming faulty equipment for the collision, leading station officers to manually direct approaching trains on Line 10, which is one of the city's newest subways. And now to other news, gender restriction lifted. For the first time, women soldiers will be able to take on frontline combat roles in Australia. 澳洲军方最近决定，女性士兵也可以参与实际战役，成为全球第4个让女性士兵到前线打仗的国家。
Women soldiers in Australia taking part in army training exercises. While these women are allowed to serve in the vast majority of military jobs, they were prevented from frontline combat roles until today. Defence Minister Stephen Smith says the government is dropping all military gender restrictions.
And now all of the roles on the front line will be determined on the basis of merit, not on the basis of sex. So a very significant reform announced by the government today.
Australia is the 4th country after Canada, New Zealand and Israel to open up combat roles to women.
And now turning to health news, are sleep-deprived teens more prone to risky and daring behaviors? It may just be the case. Our Jennifer Zhang has the story.
Teens are often notorious for staying up late. Young individuals sacrifice their sleep time over school assignments, early morning classes, part-time jobs, and social activities, not to mention losing sleep over the use of computers and other electronic gadgets. However, according to a recent study, lack of sufficient sleep, which is less than 8 hours, can affect teens' academic performances, as well as increase their risky behaviors. Teen respondents in the study who have less than 8 hours of sleep were found associated with 10 out of 11 health risk behaviors, including smoking, drinking alcohol, being sexually active, using drugs, and feeling sad or helpless. To avoid negative behaviors in teens, researchers suggest that parents should try to set consistent bedtimes for their teenage kids and encourage them to have sufficient sleep.
研究发现，睡眠不足不只会影响青少年的学业表现，更会影响他们的行为。睡眠不足的青少年容易会有吸毒、喝酒，还有忧郁等负面行为。Hey guys, thank you for joining us back here after the commercial break to get the latest in the celebrity world. I am Louisa Lee. First, a touching story and some caring words from the pop star. At a recent performance, Lady Gaga dedicated her song, Hair, to the 14-year-old boy who took his own life after becoming a victim of bullying. Taking it to her heart, Gaga expresses her will to fight on against bullying and her plan to take the issue to the president. Lady Gaga 最近在演唱会上献唱一首歌曲送给她的歌迷，她的歌迷因为受不了在学校被欺负而结束生命。Lady Gaga 也希望这种霸凌事情不要再发生。If only he was here to hear it. Jamie Rodemeyer from Buffalo, New York, and once Lady Gaga zealot committed suicide at the age of 14 last week after being bullied by his classmates for his sexual orientation for years. To remember the late gay teen, Lady Gaga paid tribute to Rodemeyer by singing the song Hair at the iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas last weekend.
Because, I don't know if any of you know this, but we lost a little monster this week. And I wanted to dedicate this song to him tonight because he was really young. If you would just look up on the screen for a moment.
Before ending his life, Rodemeyer sent a message to the musician on Twitter saying, "Bye, Mother Monster. Thank you all for you have done. Pause up forever."
Whenever I'm dressed cool, my parents put up a fight. And if I'm a hot shot, mom will cut my hair at night. find a stay cool on the streets. Bullying is for losers.
Rhoda Meyer's mother said that besides family, Lady Gaga was the biggest influence in his life. The young individual was laid to rest in a Lady Gaga t-shirt by his family, forever carrying his idol's message of Born This Way with him. As strong as the words are, it somehow still failed to do its job of stopping the tragedy. And Lady Gaga also vowed to meet with the U.S. president to push for anti-bullying laws. Now moving on to other news, who is standing on the top of the weekend box office, roaring loud and proud? Not Brad Pitt, but the same furry winners from the previous week. 接下来看一下轻松一点的新闻，北美票房的结果出炉了，本周有一些新片进榜，带你一起来看看。
The Lion remains king of the U.S. weekend box office. The re-release of the 3D version grossed in a remarkable $61.5 million ticket sale since its release date 10 days ago. The Lion King 3D remained wildly popular with a wide area of moviegoers, including those who are introducing it to a new generation of children and those who are reliving their younger days. While many theaters are planning to continue to play the film after the 2-week run, it is without a doubt that it will surpass the $100 million barrier. Baseball drama Moneyball, starred and produced by Brad Pitt, opened at second place, earning an impressive $19.5 million. The Sony release attracted an older crowd, with 64% of the audience over 35 years old. Moneyball is based on the true story of how the 2002 Oakland A's rebuilt their team after losing their best players. With high praise from movie critics, the film is likely to hang in there for the coming weeks. Another uplifting film based on true events opened close behind at the third spot. Dolphin Tale collected $19.2 million with its 2D and 3D versions. Starring Morgan Freeman, Harry Connick Jr., and Ashley Judd, the film tells a story about a bond between an injured dolphin and a boy who managed to save her life through the help of others.
It was too infected. My dad said it had to come off. How's she gonna live if she can't swim? There's gotta be a solution.
That dolphin's taking us all somewhere. You can't give up on her.
It's gonna be okay. We both are. I mean, she likes you.
Well, imagine my delight.
What does it look like today?
The shirtless wolf Taylor Lautner received a mediocre opening for his first starring flick, Abduction, by earning only $10.9 million. What was interesting about the action flick was the lack of male audiences, while 68% of viewers were female. Rookie distributor Open Road saw a weak start with its first release, Killer Elite, which posted the worst opening among the 4 new films this weekend, with $9.4 million at number 5. Despite a strong cast of Jason Statham, Clive Owen, and Robert De Niro, the film received mostly negative reviews from critics.